What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Tropical Kool-Aid TV back at again with a video. And in today's video, it's going to be another story time. You guys see the gameplay in the background. Playing some BO4 zombies. The map 9. And in today's video, I'm just going to be explaining on how I caught the worst ass whooping of a lifetime. Now, I caught many ass whoopings back in my day. But this one, man, this one takes the cake. This one takes the whole slice of pizza. This one takes everything up. So without further ado, if you're new to my channel, please like, share, and subscribe to content like this. Also gameplay like this. I'm very sorry for not posting. It's been about 3 weeks, close to a month, that I have not posted. But in the meantime, I will show you guys some of the new things that are happening. Getting my taxes back here pretty soon. I'm also moving into this new house. We moved into the new house already, so within the next video or two, probably the next video, I will be showing y'all the house tour. Now, it's a one-bedroom house, so obviously it's not going to be that big, but some things that I have set up for the house that you guys will like. I also have a new set to where I'm able to start DJing again, and also have like a little corner from my YouTube, editing shows and stuff like that, where I edit videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so this takes back to like 7th grade, right? And 7th grade was kind of one of the cool years I've probably had in middle school, because like all the cool kids were there. You got me, and you got friends like Joshua. All the cool kids were basically just sitting there. So after school, I went home with my friends Adrian and Alex, and they're pretty cool guys. They're both brothers, twin brothers actually. I still know them to this day. I've been knowing them since like 4th or 5th grade. I can't remember which one it is, but I'm pretty sure it's either 4th or 5th grade. I'm thinking it's fourth. So, I've been knowing them for about 2 years now, 2 or 3 years after, the 4th or 5th grade. Like I said, I can't remember. And, they were just like, yo, you want to come over? And this is the first time they have asked me to come over to their house, like, in ever, because, like I said, I'm just now knowing them. We've been friends for 2 years, and yet they, haven't invited me to their house yet. Anyway, so, I go spend the night, go home the next day, you know what I'm saying, early in the morning, go home, get ready to go to school. And there is always this one teacher who I didn't like in 7th grade. Her name was Miss Franklin. And Miss Franklin, if you're watching this right now, I'm sorry, but let's see, you kind of was a bitch. Anyway, so Miss Franklin was one of the teachers that I did not like. I had a 7th grade math class at the end of the day. She was the last teacher that I had at the end of the day for me to go home. And it got to the point where if you didn't do your work, if you didn't finish your work, you were going to stay after school and make sure her damn work was finished. And I actually stayed a couple of times. And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy sitting there in her class all day long trying to finish my work. Now y'all probably saying, "Well, damn, you must probably wasn't really that fast at finishing work." But the amount of tests she had so much in that damn class, like there practically was no way of finishing those tests within a day. Like you had to stay after school. And then what was funny is that even if you didn't stay after school, you still had to come finish the next class period. So you either had to come during lunchtime the next day, or you had to come in the same class period, which is obviously this. I think it was what, 6 or 7. I think we had like 6 periods. So even at the last class period day, she still wanted you to finish that test. And then on top of that, if you didn't even finish the test, you couldn't continue with like the class. You can't even do the classwork. So that means I had to finish that test. Then I was already falling behind, and excuse me, I was already falling behind in her class. So I'm just like, well, damn, how do you expect me to pass your test and to pass your class if you're not helping me out? So one day I just was like, you know what, I didn't had enough of this old lady. I'm tired. I didn't really feel like dealing with her no more. So I was sitting in class and she was like, well, Q, what is the reciprocal? Now, obviously, in seventh grade, they actually with the reciprocal. Practically, that is something that is in seventh grade. Like I said, I know what it is. I can't figure it out at the tip of my tongue. I can't really figure it out right now, but I know what it is. I just can't remember at this moment. And I somehow, some way, made a joke out of it, and everybody just started laughing. So I'm just like, wait, they laughed? So at this point, I'm like, man, if I keep this up, bro, I'll have the whole entire class just dying. So I sat there and I made the whole entire class die in laughter, and I just kept continuously to do it. So she was like, if you keep on making the class laugh and disrupting my class, she was like, I'm gonna have to call your mom and tell her that you're disrupting the class. Now, at this point in time, me, I thought I was a badass. Like, yeah, my mom ain't gonna do shit, da 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 da. And, so she actually called my mom, and my mom was like, yo, when you get your ass home, like, your ass is like grass, bruh. Like, you finna get the worst ass whooping. And now, she has said this many times, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the worst ass whooping, but all the other ones didn't really count as the worst one. But when she said this one, bro, she said this one with like meaning. Like, she wanted me to be scared. So after school, like, I was so scared, y'all. Like, I literally took the longest route home I could possibly have. And then what's funny is that she was like, you better not take long getting home, or it's going to be even worse. So I took like the long route home, but I walked like kind of fast. My heart was beating really, really fast, y'all. So what I did was I got inside, and my brother just looked at me. My oldest brother, he just looked at me, and he just started laughing, and he was like, bro, I wouldn't go in there if I was you. And he was like, you, bro, she's like so pissed off. So I walked in there, and your boy a soldier. I'm a soldier, not like Soldier Boy and his whack shit. I am a complete soldier, bro. So I walked in there, and I said, man, I'm gonna take this like a man. And as soon as I legitly hit the door, she had the belt laying across the bed, and she was on the computer on Facebook, clicking and clicking away. And I'm like, well, maybe if she just keep clicking away, she'll forget about it. She stopped clicking, and I'm like, bro, my life is now over. And she turned around real slowly, and she said, so I heard you been acting up in school. So you know how black kids try to lie about something that they say they didn't do? Well, I practically got myself in a deeper hole, and I was like, nah, I didn't do that. Nah, mom, that wasn't me. So she was like, oh, really? She's like, well, why didn't Miss Franklin call me and say that you're acting up in class? She's like, do you want me to call Miss Franklin? I was like, nah, you good, bro. You good. Don't call nobody. So she says, well, since you want to act up in class, let's see if you're going to act up with me. So she was like, take off all your clothes. I was like, what? This is beyond me. What are you talking about? So I stood there, and I'm just like hella confused, like, you want me to take off your clothes? And she's like, oh, you think I'm playing? Take them off now. And I was like, oh shit. So I took off my clothes, and I got stripped to my boxers, right? And she's like, oh, no, 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 no. Everything. And I'm like, what? So, like, you want me naked? She was like, duh. So I was like, oh, wow, okay. So I took everything off, and now I'm completely naked. My wee wee out. I'm covering my wee wee. So she's like, lay across the bed. And I'm like, oh, shit. Bro, she really about to do this. So I laid across the bed, and she's like, here's the rules. If you jump or move or run at any point of time during this whooping, she's like, I'm going to add 2 more hits. And she was like, you got 10 hits. If you move at that point in time, she was like, I'm going to add 2 more hits. So I'm like, okay. Like, so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for me to be striked. And I looked behind and she does like, she takes her hand back, puts her hand on the belt. And she did, no, I'm going to tell y'all something. She didn't just baseball swing my stuff, bruh. She like cocked her hand back so far that not even Jesus himself couldn't look at it. Like, cocked her hand back so hard and just, wow. And bro, it was the worst feeling ever. And I didn't jump not one time. I had to sit there. I was crying in pain. I was like, man, I gotta take this. Cause honestly, like the way she was like moving so slow, like the ass whooping was like never going to end. And when it finally ended, she was like, I need your Xbox, I need your TV, and I need your phone. I was like, bro, I thought this was it. Like, y'all are thinking, well, at least the ass whooping got done. No, the ass whooping was not done. When she took my Xbox, my phone, and then you took my TV, that's an ass whooping by itself. So I was grounded for like I want to say like a week and a half. I couldn't have no friends over. I couldn't go to any of my friends. The only place I could go was to tutoring and home. That's it. I couldn't go outside. I couldn't go play with friends. I couldn't have nobody over. Like I couldn't even have the neighbor. I couldn't even have the neighbor over. And I was friends with the neighbor who went to school with me. So, man, that's all it for story time. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed this story. Give me some feedback, man. Give me a lot of feedback. I like the feedback. Helps me brainstorm and do a lot more. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stories coming. Like I said in a few videos ago, some stories will be remastered. So without further ado, man, I love y'all, Tropical Gang, man. Y'all keep rolling with me. The thing that'll help me gain more subscribers is if y'all actually, like stuff like that. And also share my channel to practically the whole world. I want y'all to do that. Generally, I want y'all to just help me, with some more ideas. Like, hey, like, do this or that, which is great. The comment section is for anybody with any great ideas. It doesn't matter what kind of feedback you give me, whether it's good or bad. I still, I generate off of it. So it's Tropical Kool-Aid TV, man, and I'll see y'all in the next video.